Did you know that some of the fruits you've cherished for decades, from 4th of July barbecues to Sunday breakfasts, could be silently harming your heart? We've been told that fruit is nature's gift, and for the most part it is. But after 60, not all fruits are harmless. One of my patients in Florida, active, cheerful, seemingly healthy, nearly lost her life because of a single grapefruit. I'm Dr. Kenji, a Japanese doctor with over 40 years of experience, practicing medicine in both Osaka and the United States. I've walked with patients through Zen gardens in Kyoto and stood beside hospital beds in Boston. And I've learned this: true healing doesn't begin in a hospital. It begins with awareness, especially in what we put into our bodies, even something as innocent as a bowl of fruit. At the longevity tale, I don't just want your heart to be normal. I want it to sing through the moments that shaped your life. Your first kiss, your child's laughter, a quiet cup of coffee with someone you love. Today, I'll take you through 3 fruits that people over 60 should avoid, and 5 that can help your heart shine again. These insights aren't just clinical. They come from real patients, real recoveries, and real joy returning to real lives. Stay with me. This may change the way you see your fruit bowl forever. In Japanese culture, we believe in wabi-sabi, the beauty of imperfection and the grace of aging. A wrinkle is a memory. A slower walk is a kind of wisdom. But while aging is natural, suffering isn't something we blindly accept. Take high blood pressure, so common it's almost expected. It's just part of getting old, I hear. But that's not the full story. 2/3 of Americans over 65 have high blood pressure. And it doesn't just show up at your doctor's office. It increases your risk of stroke, heart disease, memory loss, even kidney failure. It's silent, symptomless, and deadly. I remember Susan, 67, from Miami. Full of life, she loved dancing at church and sharing cookies with neighbors. But lately, she felt winded, tired. She thought it was age, but her blood pressure, dangerously high. Her heart had been overworking in silence. Why does this happen? As we age, arteries stiffen, like old houses left in the sun. Salt lingers longer in our system. Foods like canned soup, cold cuts, or barbecue ribs that once caused no harm can now spike pressure. Stress from caregiving, loneliness, or money closes the vessels tighter still. In Japan, my sensei once told me, the heart is the flame of life. When it flickers, the whole house dims. I've never forgotten that, and science confirms it. According to the National Council on Aging, 29% of seniors have heart disease. 40% live with obesity, straining circulation. Over 50% have high cholesterol, thickening the blood's path. And yet there is hope. Your body still listens. It still heals. And one of the gentlest, most powerful places to begin is with fruit. But not just any fruit. Some fruits interact with medication. Others spike your blood sugar or overload your kidneys with potassium. The solution isn't to fear fruit, but to understand it, to choose it wisely. Because like medicine, food only helps when it fits your body. Let's begin. Let's begin with a fruit that surprises many of my patients, grapefruit. It looks beautiful on the plate, cool, crisp, and vibrant. For decades, it's been seen as a heart-healthy way to start the day. But if you're over 60 and taking medication, grapefruit might not be your ally. It contains a compound called furanocoumarin, which acts like a roadblock on your medication's highway. It interferes with a liver enzyme, CYP3A4, that processes over 85 common medications, including blood pressure drugs like amlodipine and statins like atorvastatin. When grapefruit blocks this enzyme, your medication can build up in the bloodstream, sometimes doubling its concentration, according to a 2020 study in clinical pharmacology. Too much, and your blood pressure crashes. Too little and the drug fails to protect you. Either way, your heart loses balance. I saw this firsthand with my Aunt May in Osaka, a thoughtful woman who sliced a grapefruit each morning beside her cup of green tea. One winter morning, while sweeping snow from her porch, she collapsed. At the hospital, we discovered the cause. Her blood pressure had dropped dangerously low. Her medication had silently built up to toxic levels, all because of grapefruit. David, 69 from Seattle, faced the opposite. His stations weren't working at all. Every morning he paired grapefruit with oatmeal, never realizing it was neutralizing the very drug meant to protect him. His cholesterol rose, his energy dipped, and his frustration grew. After switching to apples, his labs improved within weeks. In Eastern medicine, we teach that food must flow with the body, not fight it. Grapefruit, in this case, is a disruption, a sharp gust in a still room. If you crave citrus, try an orange instead, gentler, safer. Or better yet, the humble apple. It may not be trendy, but its soluble fiber supports digestion, lowers cholesterol, and asks nothing in return. No fruit brings more balance than the apple. But grapefruit isn't the only fruit causing silent harm. Let's talk about dried fruits, raisins, prunes, apricots. They seem like a healthier swap for cookies or candy. But drying a fruit shrinks its size and concentrates everything inside, especially the sugar and potassium. Just one small handful of raisins contains over 700 mg of potassium, more than 6 apples combined. For those with kidney issues, a condition that affects 1 in 3 seniors, according to the American Kidney Fund, this overload can be dangerous. Excess potassium, or hyperkalemia, disrupts the heart's electrical signals. I often compare it to a thunderstorm hitting your home's power grid. Lights flicker, systems fail. In your body, that means heart palpitations, muscle weakness, or in extreme cases, sudden cardiac arrest. Linda, 71, a retired teacher from Texas, had no idea her nightly snack of raisins was contributing to her rising blood pressure and fatigue. Her doctor blamed stress. But after reviewing her habits, we discovered the truth: 2 servings of dried fruit every evening. We swapped them for fresh orange slices, lower in potassium, rich in calming flavonoids. Even better, her granddaughter loved helping her peel them. Together, they began making orange smoothies on Sunday mornings, fruit, laughter, and memory in one glass. Her pressure improved. Her smile returned. In Japan, we're taught that dense foods carry dense energy and must be treated with care. If you do enjoy dried fruits, soak them first to reduce their density and limit yourself to 2 or 3 pieces. Or better still, switch to berries. That's why I call berries the joy of the heart, and we'll return to them soon. The third hidden danger: canned fruit, especially peaches, pears, or pineapple in syrup. Canned fruits seem convenient and harmless, but most are packed in heavy syrup or concentrated juice, sugar bombs in disguise. Some even contain added sodium for preservation. Just 1 cup of canned peaches in syrup can carry the same sugar as a can of soda, and the same sodium as a serving of potato chips. Robert, 73 from California, once relied on canned peaches as his nightly dessert. He thought it was healthy, but his blood pressure kept rising. We made a simple change: fresh watermelon slices after dinner. Hydrating, cooling, and nostalgic. Tastes like summer, he told me, remembering his boyhood trips to Santa Cruz Beach. Within 2 weeks, his blood pressure lowered. His energy returned. In Eastern tradition, we say, when food is stripped of its nature, it loses its chi, its life energy. Canning adds preservatives, salt, and sugar, but it removes vitality. If you must use canned fruit, choose those packed in water or their own juice. Rinse them thoroughly. but whenever possible choose fresh or frozen without additives. Your heart deserves the real thing. Now that we've uncovered the fruits that quietly wear down your heart, let's turn to the ones that lift it up, one bite at a time. Let's turn to the heart's gentle allies, fruits I recommend to nearly every patient over 60. Not just for their nutrients, but for how they restore rhythm, trust, and joy. First, berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, small but mighty. Rich in anthocyanins, these pigments help vessels stay flexible, reduce inflammation, and lower oxidative stress, three silent causes of high blood pressure and stroke. A study in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found seniors who ate berries 3 times a week had 32% lower risk of heart events. I call berries the joy of the heart. They brighten not only your plate, but your arteries. Susan, 67, once started her day with grapefruit, unaware it interfered with her blood pressure meds. After dizziness sent her to my clinic, we switched to strawberries, frozen, affordable, anthocyanin-rich. Within weeks, her pressure steadied. A month later, she was dancing again. Turns out, she smiled, I just needed a new fruit. In Campo, berries lighten the heart. Just half a cup a day in yogurt, smoothies, or even green tea is enough. Second, apples and pears. Humble, healing, full of soluble fiber like pectin, which lowers bad cholesterol and smooths blood sugar. Their potassium is modest, safe for kidneys and pressure alike. David, 69, once ate grapefruit while on statins. It left him tired and foggy because it doubled the medication's effect. We swapped it for a daily apple, sliced and paired with peanut butter. My anchor snack, he calls it. His energy returned. His cholesterol dropped. In Japan, apples symbolize balance. One a day eaten slowly is true medicine. Third, oranges. Beyond vitamin C, oranges offer hesperidin, a flavonoid that boosts nitric oxide and relaxes vessels. A 2022 meta-analysis showed daily citrus flavonoids reduced pressure in seniors. Linda from Texas once drank orange juice, but it spiked her sugar. We switched to whole oranges. Now each morning on her porch she peels one slowly. Her pressure is stable, her smile soft. It became a ritual, not a remedy. In Eastern healing, oranges restore flow, the body's chi. Choose the whole fruit, not the juice. Just one a day is enough. Fourth, watermelon. Cooling, restorative. Watermelon contains L-citrulline, which supports nitric oxide and eases systolic pressure. A study in the American Journal of Hypertension confirmed its effect in seniors. Robert, 73, used to rely on canned peaches. We replaced them with chilled watermelon. I sleep better, he said. My heart feels lighter. In Japan, we blend it with mint in summer to cool the body's inner fire. Just half a cup a day, fresh when in season. Fifth, pomegranate. Across cultures, this fruit symbolizes vitality. Its power comes from punicalagin, an antioxidant that reduces plaque, lowers inflammation, and improves artery elasticity. A 2022 review found it lowered systolic pressure up to 12 mmHg in older adults, comparable to light medication. And for men, a 2021 study found pomegranate increased testosterone levels, boosting mood and circulation. Mary, 72, once swore by raisins until her pressure crept up and her mind clouded. I suggested pomegranate seeds. She now adds a tablespoon to her morning yogurt. It makes my food feel special, she said. 2 months later, her pressure dropped 12 points. I feel like I turned back the clock, not to erase the years, but to walk through them lighter. In Campo, pomegranate strengthens the center. You don't need the juice. Just a spoonful of seeds a day is enough. But fruit alone isn't the full picture. What surrounds it matters. Reduce salt, especially from hidden sources like canned soups, frozen meals, cold cuts. Instead, season with rosemary, oregano, lemon zest. In Japan, we say, Shio no kawari nai, shizen no kayori. Let nature flavor your meals. Add healthy fats, like omega-3s from sardines, walnuts, salmon. A study in the Journal of the American Heart Association found older adults who consumed omega-3s lowered heart failure risk by 20%. Avoid processed foods like sausages, canned stews, instant noodles. Robert began replacing frozen dinners with fish and herbs. His energy changed. His blood pressure followed. Healing is a rhythm. It's what you eat, how you move, how you rest. Linda keeps a journal. One thing she eats, one thing she feels, one thing she's grateful for. David walks backward 10 steps each morning to improve balance. Mary now joins chair yoga at the community center, and her daughter says she looks 10 years younger. The heart doesn't just need nutrients. It needs movement, peace, and purpose. So how do you begin? Start simply. Start today. Check your blood pressure at home. Even a $25 digital cuff from Walmart can reveal your heart's whispers. Track it twice a week. Let the numbers tell your story. Book your next checkup, just 2 a year. Bring your grocery list. Let your doctor see your plate. Review your medications. Ask, do any of these interact with grapefruit, oranges, or dried fruits? A 5-minute question could prevent a 5-week hospital stay. These are not just routines. They are in love. Love for your years ahead. Love for the heart that's carried you this far. In truth, these fruits don't promise miracles, but they promise rhythm, a quiet steadiness that returns one bite at a time. They heal not only the body, but how we feel inside it. Tomorrow morning, try a berry smoothie. At lunch, savor an apple. At sunset, share pomegranate seeds with someone you love. They're not just foods. They're bridges between what was and what's still beautifully possible. Are you ready? Let's take the next step together. But fruit alone is not enough. Your heart is more than a pump. It's rhythm, memory, and emotion. That's why I guide my patients to build a circle of quiet, steady habits. Walk 30 minutes daily, not to lose weight, but to bring oxygen to the brain and rhythm to the breath. After just 3 weeks of evening walks, Susan danced again. Not because of pounds lost, but because her confidence returned. Sleep 7-8 hours. Robert lowered his blood pressure by 10 points simply by dimming lights at 9 p.m. and cutting screens. Calm your mind. Just 5 minutes of breathing can change everything. Linda calls her evening meditation invisible medicine. Her cravings eased. Her joy returned. Track gently, not to obsess, but to stay aware. David uses MyFitnessPal to monitor potassium. Like tuning a string, too little pressure rises, too much rhythm falters, and share the journey. Every Sunday, Linda blends berry smoothies with her grandkids. They remind me to stay young, she laughs, and in return, she teaches them how to stay wise. A 2023 study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience found that time with grandchildren improves mood and lowers blood pressure. So that's smoothie. It's more than food, it's connection. In Japan, we call this tain a naseikatsu, a life of attentiveness. Not perfection, just quiet care practiced daily. Western science agrees. Harvard and Mayo Clinic studies confirm. Habits like fruit, sleep, walking, and calm can add 7-10 years, not just in time but in quality, in laughter, in warm hands held across generations. So the next time you prepare a snack, let it be a message. I'm still here. I haven't given up. I'm moving forward with rhythm, with heart, with joy. Don't fall for fruit myths. Mary once added raisins to her oatmeal every day. Harmless, right? But her blood pressure told a different story. Robert drank orange juice every morning until his blood sugar began to spike. Even David once said, I didn't know I had to think about fruit. But not all fruits are equal, especially after 60. Some support your heart, others strain it. As we say in Japan, the medicine is in the choosing. Western science agrees. The right fruits, whole, fresh, fiber-rich, can lower blood pressure, protect kidneys, steady blood sugar, and ease memory fog. The wrong ones, dried, juiced, syrup-packed, undo all that. So choose wisely. Choose whole over juice. Choose fresh over canned. Choose berries over raisins. Check with your doctor if you're on medications. Shop smart: Walmart, Costco, farmers markets. Slice thinly if chewing is hard. And above all, invite joy. Linda found joy in smoothies with her grandkids. Susan is walking by orange trees again. Robert in the scent of fresh peaches. Mary in ruby pomegranate seeds on creamy yogurt. And you can find it today, in one switch. From random to rhythmic, from habit to healing. Because your heart is not just a muscle, it's a keeper of everything you've loved. Let's not burden it with grapefruit or syrup. Let's honor it with berries, movement, and stillness. Try one new fruit this week. Make it meaningful. Share it with someone or with a memory. One small choice can nourish more than your body. It can nourish the story you're still writing with joy, balance, and life. Your heart has carried you through laughter and loss, soft mornings and long summer evenings. So today, give it something gentle in return. Not a rule, not a routine, just a quiet offering, a slice of watermelon, a handful of berries, an apple shared with someone you love. And if you haven't done it in a while, check your blood pressure. At home, quietly, just twice a week. Even a simple cuff from Walmart can reveal what your heart has been trying to say. Book your next health check, just twice a year. Bring your grocery list. Let your doctor see not just your numbers, but your intentions. If one of these fruits spoke to you today, I'd love to hear. What made your heart feel a little lighter? Drop a note in the comments. And if someone you love has been feeling tired lately, send this their way. Healing often begins not with medicine, but with awareness and a small, kind step. I'm Dr. Kenji, and I believe your next chapter still holds beauty, rhythm, and strength, if we listen close and choose with care.